Yo, what is going on guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So as I'm sure all of you guys are aware, for the past 2 weeks Rockstar Games have been rolling out a ton of police content into the game that they do plan on drip feeding all the way up until the winter DLC. Now a lot of people were shocked to see that Rockstar Games never included a single new weapon with the Money Front's summer DLC, and thanks to some of the most credible data miners and leakers in the GTA 5 community, it looks like Rockstar Games have got some police themed weapons that they plan on dropping into the game very soon. Now of course we do know that Rockstar Games will be dropping brand new mansion properties into the game for the winter DLC, and of course we also know that Rockstar Games will be releasing more of the police outfits that were found in the game files added with the Agents of Sabotage DLC. And of course recently we also took a look at what some of the unreleased police vehicles, including the Buffalo STX, would look like if Rockstar Games were to add it into the game. So I will leave links to those videos down low in the comment section if you do want a full rundown on all of the drip feed content. However, like I said, we do now know that Rockstar Games will be dropping some new weapons in the coming months, which we are going to be taking a closer look at in today's video. So as always, if you guys do want to enjoy the video and you do appreciate me keeping you up to date with all of the latest GTA 5 news, all I ask is you do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. With that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so of course with a COPS N CROOKS DLC, Rockstar Games would have had a bunch of unique police weapons available when being a police officer in GTA Online that would have made sense unique to being a police officer. Now thanks to data miners, we now know about some more new weapons that would have been included with this DLC, and they really are interesting to see. So the first unique police weapon that was found in the game files reads EXP tag mine CNC spike. So CNC standing for COPS N CROOKS, and as I'm sure most of you guys are aware what a police spike mine is, police forces around the entire world use them, of course usually when they're trying to stop a vehicle, usually during a chase. It's basically a long spike that's thrown down on the road which will puncture the tires of the person they're pursuing. So as you guys can see on screen, it would look exactly like this, where you would be driving your police car in front of the vehicle you're trying to pursue, where you would drop out spike mines behind it, ruining the tires, making it easier to go ahead and arrest the person. As I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware that do play GTA 5 regularly, over at your arena workshop we do have kinetic, spike, EMP, slick and sticky mines. These are different to how the police spike mine would have worked, of course, similar to how the police would lay them on the road in older GTA games. For all of you old GTA veterans, you would have known that if you got a police chase back in the day on GTA, the police would start to set up roadblocks, and in the middle of that you would actually have a spike mine which you had to avoid in order to not ruin your tires. So it is very interesting to see that Rockstar Games had this featured with the COPS N CROOKS DLC, especially considering if we would have been going ahead and pursuing other online players as a police officer in the game, it would have made sense for us to have some capabilities or some abilities that would give us a slight advantage. This is something that I really do hope Rockstar Games do end up re-releasing with some of the unreleased police vehicles. And if you guys do want more information on some of the unreleased police vehicles, like I said, I will leave a link to the full playlist down low. Now the second unreleased weapon that was meant to be part of the COPS N CROOKS DLC read EXP tag BZ gas MK2. Now I know a lot of you guys won't be aware of this, but the BZ gas is already in GTA 5, however it cannot be purchased in the game. The BZ gas is a special weapon which was added with the Chop Shop DLC, and it can only be used in certain missions. Now here's a close-up image of what the BZ gas actually looked like. So of course it was tear gas, which of course we all know the police use heavily, whether this is to disperse crowds in a riot situation or they're going to raid and they want to throw tear gas in there to smoke out the whole area. There's many scenarios where the police might use tear gas. So here on screen is actual gameplay of what the normal BZ gas works like in the game currently. Of course, the code in red, BZ gas MK2, so it would have been a different version to the current one that was included in the game. And just like we have MK2 versions of many items in the game, it probably would have been a more advanced tear gas in the sense it probably would have lasted longer and covered a bigger radius. However, the third weapon that was found in the game files read EXP tag CNC kinetic ram. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there was different spike mines and different type of mines, including a kinetic mine that we can add over at the arena workshop. However, a kinetic ram would have been very obvious. It would have been a weapon upgrade for our vehicles, where we would be able to ram people we're pursuing to put them off track. So if the spike mines don't work like we spoke about earlier, you would be able to do a special kinetic ram boost, which would smash your car into theirs, like I said, setting them off track, allowing you guys to go ahead and arrest them. Now, as I'm sure you guys are aware, in GTA 5 Online there is many different missions where you have to keep a close distance to a target, whether you have to go ahead and hack them or just go ahead and spy on them. Now, a similar thing would have taken part as a police officer, where if you guys were able to stay in a certain distance to the player you're pursuing in free roam, it would run up a bar where you would eventually be able to go ahead and arrest them. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, of course, there were other police weapons found in the game files that Rockstar Games later ended up releasing with more recent DLCs, hence the reason we should start to see more of the cut content released. And as there is over 800 game files that were found with this DLC, I will be sure to keep you guys up to date with any more news and leaks. They have been drip feeding a ton of this content over the past few years. It would just make sense for them to continue to include them as smaller parts of the DLC, whether this is the mini heist with Vincent, the dispatch missions, the police outfits which we all know about by now, the free mode events, and like we spoke about in today's video, some of the unreleased weapons. I'll leave a link to a couple videos down low in the comment section where you guys can get a better idea from some of the most credible data miners. Nonetheless, that is going to do it for me, guys. As always, if you do appreciate me keeping you up to date with all of the latest GTA 5 news, all I ask is you do return the favor by dropping a like down below. And if you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.